Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Today I'm on the test server. I just want to give you a quick little showcase of, well, this champion right here, Pallas. The brand new, incredible reviver from the Argonauts faction. A lot of people getting her this weekend. I'm very jealous. I know, at time of recording, I haven't tried to chase an extra legendary from my sacreds yet, so maybe I can pray. Didn't get it from Ancients, but yeah, she is just incredible. I've been doing a bunch of testing with her. I've tested her with Cassandra against Chimera. I tested her with Hecaton against Chimera, and we'll see which one do you think was better, and so on. But let's take a look at her. I think there's a couple of ways to build her as well that I'm quite liking. Yeah, look, as you can see right here, why is she so insane? Well, number one, she has that Lady Mikage style A1, where she's bringing in allies from her faction, from the Argonauts, to do some A1. So again, Cassandra and Hecaton, probably the two best damage dealers, I suppose, to pair with her in the faction. But you can see, like, every time she does an A1, she's bringing in that Cassandra to do an A1 as well, which is insane. She brings full debuff removal with block debuffs and then fervor buff, which is very difficult to get buff. The only other way that anyone has to get it so far is from the Hallowed Hilt relic. When you heal, you've got a chance to get it. It basically gives you a 10% damage boost and 10% damage mitigation, which is nice. Damage reduction to your damage taken. And then she has a full team revive. Now, one thing that's extra crazy about her is her passive. Every time she takes a turn, you can see it here. Every time she takes a turn, she's giving a 15% turn meter boost to everybody on the team with no cooldown, which is just crazy. It is just crazy. And then she is also giving us shield buffs whenever we take debuffs. Now, we didn't see that as much in this team because we're getting shields from Bambus. I did want to try out Bambus because he is new. Yeah, you can see her AoE revive. It comes in very handy, actually, very often. One thing I didn't mention, her A1 does a bit of a heal. And that is her only source of healing in her kit. I did find in Chimera, I can tell you right now, you are in danger. You are in danger, and this will be true in difficult content. Her revive is good, but you are a bit in danger when she revives you of, yeah, still potentially dying. I think there might be a gem that could help. We'll look at that for her best relic. Like, you know, she brings people back. They are, I think, a little bit in danger of dying. She might do like this and revive, then her A2, and none of those heal. She needs to actually get back to an A1 to actively heal people. But the A1 healing it is strong. It does add up, and she does combine very well with the champion who can give you shields to try keep you alive, which is cool. Unfortunately for Cassandra here, she's the wrong affinity. But I thought this was a nice test. I probably should be running 9-piece protection on Bambus. It would make this a hell of a lot easier. But you can see we're getting beat up by the ultimate form. But her plus Bambus, and then we've got 2 damage dealers, and then Lydia's in Feral. She's pretty squishy. But we were able to sustain through with Pallas, like, no problem, just fine. We were able to survive, which was pretty cool. Place your bets right now, by the way. Who do you think did more damage? Marius or Cassandra being boosted up? Bear in mind, Cassandra, it's the Lady Mikage type boost, but she's the wrong affinity for half of the heads. Well, we can actually zip ahead, and I can show you. Oh, it's gone bug out a little bit to where I was changing gear. Oh, hang on. I was changing gear onto Hecaton. Let me get this up. Hang on. Whoa. All right, there we go. So this was the result from my test with Cassandra and Marius. Marius did do more damage. Now, he is 6-star, but I didn't give him Crushing Rend. They both have Cat's Gaze at plus 15. Pretty comparable. So yeah, Cassandra continues, unfortunately for me, to be a bit of a disappointment. But with Pallas, if she was the right affinity, she would be ahead of Marius. So she'd actually be putting out some pretty good damage. She stays alive against the Ram form very well, especially with Bambus to extend her buff. So, yeah, it was interesting. It was cool. And then I also tested it with Hecaton. And let me get that up again. It's bugging out a bit. Now, with Hecaton, we did wipe a bit early. And I actually found that this team, funny enough with Hecaton, we'll mention him briefly in this video too, he had so many buffs that he wasn't always giving himself Storm Call. And hilariously, I found that Marius would kill Hecaton. If Hecaton outran his block damage, he would just die to the Ram form whenever Marius hit the Ram, because he would trigger his passive bonus damage and just die, which was quite funny. Basically, Hecaton is closer to Marius in terms of damage. So yeah, it's kind of, if we'd went the full turns, maybe it would have been a bit better. But I actually think Hecaton versus, because I actually think Cassandra for Chimera is probably the way to go. And if you had a Death Dealer relic, that would probably be ideal for Cassandra. I don't have one, but that might be actually really nice, where she won't have any affinity issues and she'll drop low enough on life to hopefully actually trigger the extra 3 hits on her A1, which is a very nice thing to combine with Pallas. So let's take a look at Pallas. We'll do some live testing of her in Arena as well. We are a bit limited here on the test server because accessories, we just don't have many, and we don't have many for the right sets. That was a concept that people really struggled with when I did the initial Cassandra showcase. I was like, I can't test her in Arena because I can't build her in Lethal and Stone Skin. I got so many comments saying, no, but if you don't have accessories, why don't you farm the Spider? So I went and I spent hours farming Spider. No Stone Skin accessories dropped. I was tragic. Hours of my life. Well, obviously, I'm joking. I didn't do that. But yeah, it is a problem. Plarium isn't giving us any accessories, so we can't actually fully test the sets. Now, with Pallas, I can't showcase it because I don't have the accessories. But I think the two builds, build number 1 will be going in with Relentless set. Why Relentless? Because it's giving you a chance for an extra turn. And every time she takes a turn, this passive turn meter boost is triggering. She's cycling back to her active skill. She's getting another ally attack and another heal for your team. I tried it out. It's very strong. Again, you're in even more danger against the Chimera, though, because you can have the Viper form steal the block debuffs. It's more difficult to stay alive against the ultimate form when he steals all your buffs with his A3 and hits you really hard. So I actually was really liking Protection set as well, which is probably, for a long-term player, it's probably easier to get. I don't know. Which one do you find easier to get, Relentless set or Protection gear? I personally have a lot more Protection and better Protection gear. Relentless is only from winning tournaments, which is very difficult to get. Whereas Protection, I'm getting some every single week from Hydra. I guess it depends. I don't know. I'm curious. Which one do you find easier to get? I would guess Protection, but we'll see. And with the Protection build, you're really looking for that 9-piece bonus. Like, I'm missing out the 8-piece for some extra speed, and then the 9-piece, 75% chance to have her buffs be protected, which is lovely. Protect the fervor, and more importantly, the block debuffs. And then even when you revive people, protecting the strength and increased speed is nice. But more importantly, it's giving you 5% more damage for each buff placed. And she is reliably giving you 2 buffs. So that's a 10% damage boost to your Chimera team, etc. Is it as much damage as Relentless and getting the extra turns and the extra ally attacks? No, but it's safer, it's easier. They're both totally viable builds. I also think another build you could do would be 9-piece Mercurial. If you're going to use it for PvP, that would be ideal. But again, going really fast to Protection is good too. Get up a protected block debuffs is pretty strong. And so on. So yeah, and she works really well being fast. I think speed, okay, for her stats, speed is the number 1. Take more turns. Cycle through the 3 moves even faster. They're so strong. Cycle that passive even more. It's great. HP is probably your secondary stat. It's going to give her way more healing on her A1, which is really powerful. And then resistance is an option. It's optional, but that's it. That's all she needs. Speed, hit points, and possibly resistance. But you could even skip out on resistance. So she's very easy to build. So again, you can quite easily get her up if you have any Protection, Relentless, Mercurial gear at all. You can really easily get her rolling and get her smashing. She'd also be pretty good in Stone Skin for PvP. That would be a great option as well. For her relic, I do think Pert Shadow, I ran her with a plus 12 one. I think Pert Shadow is ideal. Chance for an extra turn when using the default skill if one skill's on cooldown. So she will very often, in a lot of content, won't need to use her revive very often at all. So she'll do an 8-2, and then she'll do A1 twice in a row. A2, A1, A1. A2, A1, A1. It's a lot of chances to trigger the Pert Shadow, and extra turns are incredibly powerful on Pallas. So it's perfect for her. And then I gave her these gems. With the gems, I would say there's a few really good options for this. This is really, I think, quite good as well. I don't have this to test it. I'm not sure if this triggers off for A1. If it does, it's really good. I think this is very strong as well. Turn meter when she revives an ally. But I think the Revival Blessing is perfect. Allies revived by the wearer get an additional 10% HP heal. That's really, really good for her. You could also give her energy expansion. She's going to get up to 10% more max HP when she heals, which is going to make her healing stronger. You could also give her, sorry, this one, Blessed Heal. Her heals are 10% stronger. That's great as well. Loads of really, really good options here for Pallas in all content to really crank out even more healing. So I think this is her best relic. For pure PvP, Wand of Submission is very good if you're in Stone Skin. If you're in Mercurial, probably something like the Chrysalid of Rebirth, speed, extra turns when she revives, amazing. Revive people, get an extra turn meter boost everybody, potentially give them fervor or trigger some healing or ally attack. That's really nice. You could go for the Soulmar Crystal, be pretty good. Instant turn, that's a nice one. That's a bit easier to get. Lots of options. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with her. I say if you're an earlier player, you're saying Nub. Perch Shadow, yeah, I see how it's amazing, but I don't have it. I mean, Torch of Thraldom, by the way, also be okay, because she's often going to be run with one ally from the same faction, but she's not as good with multiple allies from the same faction, right? Because then it's going to be random which Argonite she brings in. You kind of want her with one really good Argonite, who has a very strong A1, to always bring that champion in on her A1. I would say that Revolting Seedling is okay. Compass of Anaxia is all right as well. These are some of the easier relics to get. They're good budget options. Demonic Effigy is decent early on. Like I said, Wand of Submission. Hallow Tilt is going to make her more consistent with Fervor. It's a lot of speed as well. It's fine. Valcardiac Heart is good. Over here, Orbit Transfiction's okay. Steal some buffs. It's all right. And then, like, you know, if you buy the Forge Pass, Bane of Centranos is all right. I think, yeah, probably this one, though. The Andromeda's Diadem might be the way to go. But yeah, there's lots and lots of ways you go. She's a fairly standard support, to be honest. So any sort of way that you're building champions like Pythion, Elva Autumnborn, Rector Drath, whatever, a lot of them apply. I feel like most of the champions that need HP and speed, right, the pure supports are often very easy to build. For her blessings, few good options here. Lightning Cage, very nice to, again, protect her buffs, keep her alive. You could run her with Cruelty. It's okay for PvE, just, you know, she's going to be attacking a lot, bring some decreased defense, that's fine. If she was 6-star, you could do Brimstone, that would be okay. This needs accuracy below 6-star, so it's rubbish below 6-star. Yeah, there's not a ton of amazing options, to be honest. Like, Miracle Heal, maybe, but it's not great. Intimidating Presence is always okay for supports. For PvP, Temporal Chains is great on, like, everyone, basically. Life Harvest is really good. Chain Breaker's all right if you're struggling with her. Getting crowd controlled in some content, that can be good as well. You could run Polymorph, perhaps, in Arena. Yeah, I think I've gone with Lightning Cage here, but because we're going to try her out in some PvP, I think it's quite nice to protect her. Protecting block debuffs is really strong. And if you're running her in Stone Skin, if you don't have Mercurial, if you're going to use her in PvP at all, then this would be the way to go. We're going to try her in some PvP right now. For her masteries, I've given her these. So it's like Healing and War Master, because she's doing a lot of A1 attacks. If you're going to use her in PvP, you would drop the offense tree. That's not helping you at all. And you give her some defense, give her, you know, turn meter when people are crit, etc. You give her then Timely Intervention is really good. Turn meter when someone drops low. If you're going to build her high resistance, get Unshakable. I think PvE is her stronger area, so you're going to go like this. But let's give her a bit of, you know, let's rebuild her. You've seen that. Let's actually do the rebuilds. This would be what I generally go for, like more healing, more turn meter and people are dead, but getting some War Master damage. Let's build her for PvP here as well. So you probably get some resistance, less damage from crits. You could go for like more healing is not bad. We might actually go for that. We'll give her like, again, a bit more healing. Yeah, I'm going to give her this. We'll give her Blessed Heal to stay a bit more alive and over for these. And yeah, I'll give her this. I'll actually give her Lore of Steel for more speed is quite nice and health. Make her buffs last longer. I'm going to give her Timely Intervention. And then over here, Rapid Response is quite strong, so I think I'll probably go for Rapid Response. Just give her some more turn meter and cycle. But you can mix up the masteries however, whichever way you want. But this is the general thing. Let's try her out in some PvP fights with Hecaton. And let's go. I threw together a team over here. Let's have some fun with this. Let's see what Hecaton can do. So, yeah, Hecaton, he was only okay in Chimera for me with the particular builds I had. So here, oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're dying because we don't have, again, unfortunately, I don't have Stone Skin to put her in. So, yeah, right. Can Hecaton solo this? I don't know. Let's find out. Can he solo the entire enemy team? So we'll give him block damage and counterattack. I think he hits through block damage, so this is a little scary. But luckily, the Bayek pass is protecting us. And oh my lord, Hecaton just one-shot them with his A1, which is glorious. Boom, Hecaton doing work. So yeah, you're saying, no, why don't you build Pallas and Stone Skin? I can't. I can't. It's impossible. I think it's because I've got Hecaton and Stone Skin. I could take his Stone Skin accessories off and give it to her. Here we've been outsped by an enemy Fabian. Oh, now we're really in trouble. So this is not going to go well whatsoever. I don't unfortunately have Mercurial, which would be my ideal build for her would be 9-piece Mercurial, but again, I don't have it on the test server. I think we're just going to get the shit beaten out of us here, I'm afraid. It's not looking good. Oh, never mind. Our Fabian actually got back to his A3 some way, somehow. So we have a chance. If Pallas, she could get some A1s. It's not looking great so far. Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that we're leaving it on auto here, but Fabian did an A2. The A2 got blocked by Mercurial, and he didn't true fear anybody else. Pallas has revived us, which is lovely. Hecaton, he's gone in with the A. He's done an A1. He's enfeebled, and they've got no way to remove those debuffs. I think we might be saved. Pallas, she's cleansed everything. We're now somewhat protected. Unfortunately, because again, we don't have 9-piece protection. It didn't get protected block debuffs, but hopefully be all right. He's buffed up. Oh, I think we're pulling it back, folks. She's still going. I think we're pulling it back. She's bringing in a Hecaton. This is what's really strong as well. Just him firing off these A1s. He's counterattacked, which is very strong. And absolute destruction. We somehow won that fight. We'll do another couple. So yeah, even without an ideal build, we're still sort of muddling our way through here. This time we're faster. Apparently we failed to lock out Sifi. Just slightly annoying. But we'll see what happens here. Gonna try petrify him. He's got block debuffs, I'm afraid. But yeah, she is interesting. I think without Hecaton, she's quite a bit weaker because he's got such a good A1. Her bringing him in to A1 in arena is like a constant threat. Here she's triggered an extra turn and like she's just letting him go crazy, which is pretty sweet. That's the Pert Shadow triggering. Yeah, it's not as ideal for arena, or at least not without not without the if you had Mercurial set, it's better, but we probably should be running a wand as we are right now. The protection set protecting the block debuffs has been very nice here, though, to stop us getting debuffed by the Odin. And yeah, cool. We've won this one with the Hecaton. Well, we've almost won it with the Hecaton. There we go. We've won it with the Hecaton. Great. Fantastic. Right, let's do one final battle against the Volcanos. Nasty stuff. Oh, this should be pretty bad, actually. She's healing on their A1. She's constantly turning. She should be absolutely... She's actually one of the worst champions to run against Volcanos full stop. Oh, yeah, this is a disaster. Look at this. This is a disaster. Mercurial is going to mess up Mr. Volcanos. But right now, this is looking quite bad, to be honest. We have so many buffs on this team. Oh, Lord. Hecaton, he's smacking them back. He's smacking them back. We're not taking much damage mostly because of Bayek, despite all the buffs that we're getting put out there. Okay, Hecaton should absolutely clap somebody now. Let's see. Who does he want to... Who's his victim? Bang. Absolute deletion. Disgusting. Now we've got Storm Call on everyone from him, so any crits that we're getting will be doing some bonus damage and potentially building up to an irresistible stun, which is pretty strong. Yeah, we tanked through it with Bayek, and I'm actually surprised that we didn't die to. Very surprised we didn't die to the Volcanos right there. Huh. I mean, they beat us up, but they couldn't kill us. Yeah, they're actually quite a good duo together. She'd be all right with Cassandra as well. But yeah, gives you a bit of a gist. Gives you a bit of a gist. For her. But yeah, quick overview. You're looking at like Relentless, Protection, your typical Mercurial now for Arena, your typical support sets. Speed number 1, HP number 2, Pert Shadow if you've got it, or any other support type thing, any sort of support type blessing, depending on which area you're going to use her in. She's any typical support masteries. She's very straightforward, but very strong. I think she's a notable. From my testing in Chimera, I can tell you she feels like a noticeable upgrade over Elva. She's only going to get stronger as they add more Argonites, and as you get more Argonites, she's only going to get better. Yeah, I think she's actually cracked. I think she's definitely a step above Elva. I think she's one of the best revivers, honestly, non-mythical in the game. I feel a bit bad for my girl Raka, who I normally use Raka for Chimera. And honestly, Raka feels bad. Like, Raka has a 2-turn cooldown, 10% turn meter boost, and then in comes in comes Pallas and is like, I'm not a Void Legendary, but I give 15% every turn, no cooldown. Let's go. Suck it. Like, she's just better than the Void Legendary from before, like, way better. It's not even close. It's actually kind of brutal. Heals the ally at the lowest HP by 10%. Pallas heals the whole team and has an ally attack. Like, who's the real Void Legendary? Like, power creep, man. It's insane. So, yeah, Glorious Pallas, I think she is possibly the best, like, non-void, non-mythical reviver in the game. She's absolutely insane. Grats if you have her. She is nuts. And yeah, I think Keperon we didn't look at, but he's a great combo. I also think Galatea is a really nice combo as well. She's got a good A1, so you know, you've got, they would be the the four right now. Hecaton, Cassandra, Keperon, even Galatea. If you're super stuck, heck, you could even use Blade Rider, right? There's plenty of damage dealers that are going to be really good with her. Faction Wars doesn't exist for this faction, but she's cracked in it. So, yeah, quick look. I don't know what to say. She looks broken on paper. She's broken in practice. Not broken, but just like stupidly good. Stupidly good. I think the Raka comparison sums it up, really. It's been like, this champion is just an incredible 2026 reviver, like absurdly good. And she's congrats if you got her. That's all I have to say. See you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.